Do you guys know what this is? It's a bottle of tequila, but it's also a bell. This is actually my first time doing a Q&A in the whole history of my channel. And also I'll be giving away my loop station that I used for a few years. This is the Boss RC-30. See the wear and tear from my shoes hitting the pedals right here. Still works. It's gonna be free for one of you guys. Stay until the end of the video so I can tell you how to win my RC-30. The first question comes from Jorge Miro. He says, I've been searching for a Godin dealer, but I have found none in Florida. Did you go straight to Godin or did you use a company like Sweetwater? So my first Godin guitar I got through Guitar Center, but eventually I got in touch with Godin and I am now a Godin artist. So all my guitars I get through them directly, but it depends on where you live because I believe there are dealers all around the world. Bibi Laguatzera, where can I buy this guitar? She's referring to the lapstick. This is a lapstick. It's a travel guitar, and I get a lot of questions asking me where to buy it. I believe it's in the description, but I can tell you right now, this one you can only buy through lapstick.com. That's the website. In my opinion, they're like art. They're handmade by a very good luthier, Phil Neal. The next question comes from Charlie Castillo, or in English, Castillo, but I think it's Castillo. Hey Andres, what brand strings do you use for the Godin? These ones are the ones I used by La Bella, some people would say. This is a 2001 classical guitar strings medium tension. They were recommended to me by a person I truly admire. His name is Miguel Insunza. Check out his music. Before I move on to the next question, I want to give you a pro tip regarding guitar strings. Get one of these little things that attach to your drill. So when you want to put the strings on, you do it fast. Next question by Obi-Wan. Hi, I like that baby bass. Can you tell me what brand and model it is? I think he's referring to my Ortega Lizard Pro series. This is a very cool little uke bass or ukulele bass. I used to use it a lot, but because I have a lot of gear, having an extra instrument to set up can take a lot of time. So right now I'm only using the synthesizer bass, but it's definitely a joy. And actually when I do bigger events, bigger concerts, you can definitely hire me for a house concert, just so you know, wherever you are in the world. When I do a concert or a house concert, I bring my bass for sure. The next one isn't really a question, it's just a statement. 3-Card Monty says, you gave Sean herpes. I mean, I gave him a knife and that's where I got that comment.
Dude, check that out.
We can always ask. Sean, did I give you herpes? Let's see if he replies. I think he's gonna respond. Where? Where? I don't know. Someone asked me in the comments. He says, the thing about herpes, it's hard to tell where they came from. Oh my gosh. Well, that settles things. All right, so the next 3 questions are about the same thing. So I'm going to read them, the 3 of them, and then I'll answer all of 3. So first is Oscar Cortez, and he's wrote it in Spanish, so I'm going to translate. Brother, how are you? Greetings. I've seen some of your videos. I would like to know what synthesizer you use to play the percussion on your guitar. Frank Meister says, Andres, I just got a Godin multi-act and have a couple of questions. What are the pros and cons of a Roland GR33 or GR55 versus a GR20 that you use? Do you only upgrade because it doesn't fit on your board? And the third question, how are the congas sound coming out of that guitar? Is that an effect or the looper or from the guitar? Okay, I read that wrong. Is that an effect of the looper? So those are the 3 questions that relate to the same thing, which is to my synthesizer. I use a Godin guitar that has the normal plug, the 1/4-inch plug, but it also has a 13-pin connector that communicates to a synthesizer. I use the Roland GR20. It turns your guitar into like a keyboard. You know how in a keyboard you can play a piano, but you can also play a saxophone because the keyboard has a synthesizer built in. The guitar doesn't have it built in. You have to buy a synthesizer for it. Now the Roland GR20 is a very old synthesizer. Now they have the GR33 and the GR55. I did order a GR55. To me, it didn't feel like an upgrade. The first issue was the size, it was bigger. The second issue is that I couldn't find the sounds that I really love on the GR20. The sound of the saxophone on the GR20, it sounds like a real person is playing the sax. I'm still waiting on a guitar synthesizer that is just small enough to fit with all my other pedals in my pedal board and that has the awesome sounds. Gbenga Adesola. Thanks so much for the lesson. Please, can the beat tempo loop be adjusted when playing back on Boss RC-30? Once I started recording something, if I can speed it up or slow it down. I imagine this is what they're trying to ask here. I was never able to find a way to readjust the tempo. Once you set it up and recorded something, I found on the RC-30 that you cannot modify the tempo. That's it. Because in the RC-505, which is what I'm using now for looping, I was able to actually record something at certain tempo and then modify it, readjust and speed it up or slow it down. I never really do it. I prefer just the natural sound of the tempo you intended to record. Alex Anthony is not really asking a question, but is commenting on my video 5 tips to loop like a boss RC-30. But remember, most importantly, start with an RC1 first before you try to show up right to the party. Now, I want to respectfully disagree with Alex right here. It's very natural to think that before you start with a bigger looper, you gotta go for the smallest looper. And it doesn't really work that way, I found. The RC1, it's a loop station that has only one pedal. So basically, to start your loop, you tap on the pedal, and then to stop it, because it's only one pedal, you have to press again twice. I found that this is completely against what your body wants to do, what your foot wants to do when you're playing a rhythm. If you're playing like a 4/4, right? And you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, but you have to tap another second time, it just throws you off. If you want to be a one-man band, then you should go for efficiency and what feels natural. So any looper with 2 pedals. Or now I'm using the 505, which is still weird to have to control a loop station with my hand when I'm playing the guitar at a gig, but I still definitely enjoy the power that it gives me because now I can record everything separately in different channels. I got 5 channels I can use now. Here's a question from Cam Pro. Do you ever use the banks to record song sections, verse, chorus, bridge? If so, how does this unit work for that application? And he's referring to the Boss RC-505 that I was just talking about. I never used a loop station to record different parts of a song. What I do is I record the rhythm separately in one track, and then I record the bass in another track and the guitar in another track. And so when I go to a different section of the song, most commonly I will stop the guitar, the bass, or even the voices if I recorded voices. And so I can play different chords over the same rhythm. Or I will stop the whole loop altogether and just play the different section of the song all acoustically, just guitar. Michael Birdsong, who actually comments in a lot of my videos, so I appreciate that, Michael. I wonder if when people are listening passively, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? You don't say passively, you said passively. I wonder if when people are listening passively, they think that you're playing a recording. I know if I were there, I'd be in awe of the talent and reward the player with thunderous applause. Michael, thank you very much. I appreciate you. This is not a question, but the reason I'm reading this is because it is true. For years, I did a live looping show. I have always spoken to the crowd and make jokes and all of that. But I wouldn't really talk about my live looping process. I would just get the loop started and think, oh yeah, they're gonna be amazed when they see what I'm doing. Well, it turns out that a lot of the times, people actually thought I was using backup tracks. And I didn't realize this until someone told me. A lot of people don't know what you're doing. Maybe they're sitting farther back and they can really see your feet or your hands when you're pressing buttons. Almost all the time now, I tell the people what I'm doing. I don't do it for every song, but when I first start a gig, I actually tell them, this is called the loop station, and watch how I'm gonna grab my shakers and record. They actually get quiet. They wanna see what is it you're doing. You can hear them go like, wow. And that's just the best feeling when when you finally know, okay, now they know exactly what I'm doing. I've heard them before. Oh, he's cheating. Oh, he's playing to a recording. But now that I tell them, there's no room for people thinking you're cheating. They know you are actually a hardworking live looping artist. So Santiago Angel or Santiago Angel, how did you record the audio? What settings did you use? A lot of 505 videos don't get sound great, but yours sounds fantastic. Thank you for asking. Well, I use a handy recorder, the Zoom H6. This recorder is pretty cool because you can set it up to record in stereo. You basically just click two of the tracks at the same time. It pans one to the left automatically and the other one to the right. So you just plug in the back of your RC-505 on your Zoom recorder and now you're recording in stereo. And that's why it sounds so high quality like that. Scott O, he says, so people have told me that you're my doppelganger. What did I just say? My doppelganger? So I gotta work on my pronunciation, I guess. You're my doppelganger. We look alike and we both play classical flamenco guitar. I wonder if we're related way down the line. That's funny because when I saw this comment, I tried clicking on his picture and I just couldn't get it to get bigger. So I can't really see your face, bro. I guess if I zoom in a lot, I kinda... Wow. We kinda look alike a little bit, you handsome boy. What's up, cousin? Hey Scott, how's everybody doing? Now I'm just gonna read this last comment. Sam Rafferty says, I don't really comment a lot on your videos, but just wanted to say that they're always so helpful and informative, plus the editing always looks incredible. Thank you so much, Sam. And thank you all of the people who actually comments beautiful things like this. It's a big reward of having a YouTube channel when you know that you are affecting people somehow, hopefully for good. Here's the fun part of this video, the giveaway. What I've seen is that most people that do giveaways, they're beautifully new products. So forgive me for giving away a used product. It's not that I'm being cheap. It's that I was gonna sell this, but I decided to give it away. So I'm not being cheap, I'm being nice. This brings me good memories, you know. I played so many gigs with this. So in order to enter the giveaway of my Boss RC-30 that I used to use, you have to do 4 things for me, okay? So you have to be subscribed to my channel, comment on this video, like this video, and you have to like my Instagram account. Takes you 30 seconds to do. Actually, there's one more thing. You have to live in the USA. I apologize, I am not able to do international shipping at this time. Well guys, I'm out of here since I must go celebrate my 13-year anniversary. Oh, what was that? You wanna see my wife? Meet my wife? What do you mean? You've seen her in the vlogs. Okay, stop yelling. Let me call her. I think she's with baby, so I don't know if it's a good... Oh, baby. They wanna meet you. Can I have baby?
Sure.
Ah! Oh my God. I'm just kidding, guys. We would never do that with real baby. This is just creepy, baby. This is not real baby. This is my wife, Kristen. And you get to see her in my Q&A.
Nice.
So, actually, don't leave through the door because my audience, they like magic tricks. So, whatever. I'm an entertainer. So, let me disappear you. Just get behind this. And I'm going to count to 3. She will disappear. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Be good. I'll see you in the next 3.